Well, hello again, everyone. This is Bob Martin, the RC sub guy with the Nautilus Dry Docks, and here to show you another overview of a fully completed, ready to run RC Submarine. This is a baby boat, probably the babiest that we've had run through, but definitely one of the coolest. So what we have before you is a Russian Beluga class submarine. Now this was the counterpart to the American Albacore. It was really a test bed for new technologies. So very fared in hull, a very low profile sail. This was all designed for speed and maneuverability. You can see contra-rotating propellers in the back there as well. A little bit of a background here. This boat is 23 inches in overall length. I'm going to say at the widest point it may be 3. So it is quite tiny, but as pool boats go, it's just about the epitome of what you could hope for. This was built by a very talented modeler out of Australia. When I got it, it was completely empty, but the contra-rotating gearbox was in place. And that is, by the way, fully functional. I took the last little bit, got it all rigged up and working, threw in one of our new 200 series easy drivers. Let's take a minute, show you how it all goes together. So first off, I really just want to show you this absolutely epic paint job that is on this boat. I really don't think it's coming off as well as it really needs to on the camera. Very subtle, rusting. Of course, we got scum line going on there, right down to the bird poop on the sail and other, prominent surfaces there. Propellers are absolutely gorgeous. A very cool boat. So this is what we got going on. We got the hull, and this comes with both a work stand or a pond stand right here and a display stand, which is really cool. Command and control via the FrSky X14 twin 900 megahertz radio system, and you can see that receiver right in the top of this easy driver. This is our new 200 series easy driver, 2 inches in diameter. Twin outputs there. We got a brushed motor and a battery pack. That's pretty well it. 2200 11.1 volt. Or wait, no, this is 7.4 volt. 2S lithium polymer battery pack. On the end here, you can see the test hose. Obviously, before every run, you uncork this, put this under the water, give it a little puff of air, and look for leaks. I'm happy to report this one had not so much as a drip in it after 20 minutes of operation. Let's pop this thing open and show you what's inside. And to do that, simple number 2 Phillips head right in the back here. With that bolt removed, the hull just tilts up and comes off. You can see a little flotation foam in there, some more foam up front, and some weights. We can set that aside. And we got some various cool things in here. Let's start at the back here. We got our control surfaces. Move really nicely. Really good throw. I love getting boats built by people who know what they're doing. Rudder, similarly, really good. And let's see if I can get my dog bone in here. I'll show you how those contra-rotating props work. It goes through this gearbox right here, and that's what the contra-rotating gearbox looks like. The installation of this watertight cylinder is exceptionally easy. All we're going to do is snug up our dog bone there, rotate it to the correct orientation, give it a little wiggle. This is really hard to do with one hand, by the way. It's much easier when you have all your digits. There, I did it. Now, if we look in the front, we've got these little saddles that go over. You just pull it back, push it down, and that locks it in place, stops it from moving forward and back, down, twisting, all of that stuff. We've got magnetic linkages. Those are done. Our dog bone is made up. that's all done. Before I put that in there permanently though, let's take a closer look at everything in here. We got our 2 servos, our electronic speed controller, our main drive motor right there. I got the coupler, and then our lithium polymer battery. Now, this is the magnetic mission switch. It's a 15 amp built-in fuse, and it's also a magnetic on-off switch. Got our main battery connection here. Now, note to the new owner and anybody else running remote switches, the switch is drawing current right now. It needs to draw a little bit of current. Don't leave it plugged in, okay? Don't do it. You'll kill your battery. And we've got our receiver with the 2 900 megahertz antennas. And yes, people, I know, really these should be at 90 degrees to each other, but it's very hard to take a 6-inch antenna and put it sideways in a 2-inch tube. So let's get this thing back in. All right, with that in place, this is actually pretty easy. We just go down here, snug the rubber band over the stainless bolt, and then similarly, put it down over here, put it on the other one. And since we did it in the front, we better do it in the back too. Snug that elastic band over the bolts. Again, much easier to do with 2 hands, but I did it with 1. There we go. This is now snugged into place. Now you're going to take your hose and you can tuck that underneath the bulkhead here. Tuck it in so that doesn't cause a problem when you put the hull on. Now, what we're going to want to do, obviously, before every run, turn our radio on.
Welcome to Ethos. Throttle not idle. Failsafe not set. Switch warning.
And what I've got here is a little magnetic on arm. And all I'm going to do is put it underneath and swipe it. And now you can see
VFR low warning.
We now have full control over our boat. We've got rudder, good throws, got dive plane, good throws, and throttle. Forward and reverse. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. This is a dynamic diving boat. There's no ballast tank. It's not needed in a swimming pool environment, and particularly in a boat of this size. Now, could we have put a ballast system in here? It would have added a lot of complexity, but of course we could have. And this really should just be a fun boat. Now, of course, with the cylinder in place, we can just put this together, grab our bolt, drop that in place, bolt it down, ready for the pond. Let's talk about how this thing behaves in the pool here. It's fun to drive, guys. It really is. Now, I will say the turning performance is not stellar. We've got very tiny rudders, and they really don't bite as much as they need to. Probably what could be done, the new owner, after he has a chance to run it, see how he likes it, see where he's running it, you could add a rudder extension on the lower rudder and the upper rudder if you wanted to. A piece of clear plastic could double or triple the surface area of that rudder, and that would make turns much sharper. But it is yet, as it stands right now, a blast to drive. I've also got the throttle tuned down quite a bit. I think I've got it capped at about 50 or 60% at the moment. And that just basically because this thing would be an absolute rocket at full throttle. Wanted to elect for something a little bit more stately and scale. And also, as this is going to be a new owner, it's very important that they have a chance to become familiar with it before they go crazy. Well, there you go. Little overview of this little Russian Beluga class submarine. Brought to you by the Nautilus Dry Docks. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, do like and subscribe. Helps us out here a lot. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. With that, I am going to leave you to the rest of your day. You have an awesome day, and we will catch you next time.